Hi everyone, Rhett Price here. Today we're going to be talking about a little known utility that's pretty handy for customers that are doing more in-depth functionality, people like report writers or custom scripting or creating custom projects. It's an application called Data Dictionary that we include, and if you look, it's in your IndySoft folder. You'll notice it does have a little Windows shield there, so it does require a system administrator access for the because we can basically write in this folder to record notes and things like that of about tables. So I'll show you that here. So you would just simply run it. I've already got it running here, and you'll be presented once you log in with the IndySoft Data Dictionary. So there's several tabs here at the top. The first being parent groups, and parent groups just being kind of general groups that are handy to group together that like say for example you're interested in our table structure for add edit lists. We've got a lot of different types. You'll see here like employees. Let's say you wanted to get that list. You simply double click that and it will take you to the secondary tab of tables here. So you can see for employees, this is the employee table, but there's a bunch of other tables here all related to the general concept of employees, things like training events, time tracking, things of that nature. Let's go back to parent groups. Another handy one is things like equipment. You'll see here events, equipment. So let's go to equipment here. And here you can see that for a piece of equipment, there are a lot of different tables that reference different items about that equipment. Things like maintenance tasks. You can see that's in the equip task table. In this group here, or in this table, you have the name of the table itself. You have the group it's in. You have a display name that we as IndySoft indicate. We also sometimes have comments about each one, kind of what they relate to. We also show a DB version. Oftentimes you'll see a pre 5.5. That is kind of the first major start of our enterprise level product. So that was many years ago. So anything past that you'll see, for example, specifications, as in the specs was added at version 7.6. So this is kind of handy to know if something existed or not during that time. One of the other options on the bottom right here is enable user notes. So what this allows you to do as a user is make basically your own custom notes. So let's say, for example, let me pull this back here. Oops. Sorry about that. Let's say you wanted to do a user note about child equipment here. You could say this field or table relates to child equipment that we use in the quality lab, something like that, right? So this will be recorded and will stay with this. So any notes you need to do, you can do that here. You can take that further, and let's click on child equipment, and now you can see you have all the fields. So we double-clicked the child equipment table, and now we're seeing all the fields. So this tells us a good bit of information. The table name, obviously, the field, underlying field name. You've got your type of field, the length. Is it a key field, meaning is it required? It has to be unique for every particular record. We also show a display name and then any sort of comment that we've done. And then the DB version number that field was introduced in. Here you can see in 8.1 we introduced worksheet name and cal type. So you can also put your own user notes here, just like you did before with the table notes. Next we have most common tables and fields. You can right mouse click and say collapse all, and it kind of shows you equipment, events, and work orders here. We've basically categorized the most commonly used structure of tables together. So if you're dealing with the event system, for example, you can see all the different tables there very quickly and what everything's related to. This is real handy in writing custom reports with Print Builder, that sort of thing. So another nice thing here is you can actually print a copy of this, and let me do this. This basically shows you, let's zoom in, say 200%. So this shows us basically what we're looking at, but on a paper form. So you could send this to PDF, export to PDF or whatever, and have it really handy without needing the application here with it. It'll show your notes and everything. And then last is admin options. This is used to test your database. Sometimes support will ask you to do this if, say, a database upgrade failed at some point. You can always come here, and we have two different methods of doing this. The new method I like, it's faster. And it basically compares what we have on record as with your database that you have, and make sure that nothing went wrong during the upgrade process. So that's also a little handy thing that we have available. So yeah, I think that concludes just our brief tour. If you have any questions about this, you can always email support. And thank you for your time.